It's Leslie Meredith with Breakbulk Events and Media, and this is part of our Breakbulk Middle East preview. And in this segment, we are going to talk to the sponsor of our main stage program. This is DHL Global Forwarding, and I am in their offices way out in Jebel Ali. Very exciting, and I have Kapil Grover with me. Welcome.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure meeting you.
Oh, it's great to be here. I haven't ever been out this way, so it's exciting.
It is indeed.
Yeah. So tell me, this is the first time that you've exhibited at Breakbulk Middle East, and you're the sponsor of the main stage. How did that come about?
So we've been exhibiting in Houston and Europe, and I think the way Middle East is growing and the presence is growing, look at the businesses around this thing. So I think our strategy is grow. We're growing. I think it's a great place to network. So we decided that we should exhibit and sponsor the stage as well, because it brings a lot of value to us, and it's a great place to network, meeting likes of subcontractors like us and the customers. I think it's a great forum.
Well, good. Well, we are so thrilled to have you. As you look at the program, are there any particular sessions that you're looking forward to?
I think it's a very interesting one. I was going through, I think there's a lot of talk on renewable energy in the session. That would be very interesting. There's a lot of talk on digitalization, I think, which is something which we need to really talk about, because everybody thinks that the oil and gas or industrial projects are the cowboys industry. But we can't stay away from digitalization, and it's catching up, and I think it's going to be an interesting thing that there's a coverage on that. I think I'm really looking forward to that as well.
Okay, good. Well, let me ask you, what does the project landscape look like from DHL's point of view here in the region?
Okay, so from the project landscape, I think we had the best year last year in industry for the company as well. So I think it looks good. Our focus is very clear. We want to grow. We've seen organic growth. It was not just because of the market we were growing. We've seen a great growth, and we've seen growth all across the regions. And I think the focus is very clear. We want to grow. And if you look at Middle East and Africa predominantly, I think this is the growth engine for the future. You look at the kind of infrastructure projects coming in all across. You talk about NEOM, you talk about North Field development, you talk about Abu Dhabi is growing. Then you look at Africa, East, West, South, it's really growing. And besides construction, EPC, I think now the renewable energy is coming in, and that's where we talk sustainable, and everybody's talking sustainability. It's renewable energy, it's greenfield projects coming in. I think this is the best space to be in.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that it's not just talk anymore. I remember when we first started the event here, there was a little bit of talk about, the energy transition. And it feels to me that it's finally taken hold.
It has. And I was just talking to my colleague in South Africa. You see, in South Africa, there's power cuts of about 8 to 10 hours in cities like Joburg and cities like Cape Town. So there is no answer. You have to look at green energy. You have to look at wind, which is available, and they're very strongly looking at it. And I think that's a reality. There's been talks. You're right in saying that, but now it's actually action happening on that. And we talk about Middle East, where everybody thought, there's so much of fossil fuel, why do we need green energy? But now we're talking about it. Everybody is looking at it. You have the zero emission 2030 emissions. I think countries, governments, the push has to always come from the government, which is coming through. And I think you're seeing that as a reality now on the ground.
Excellent. Well, we will be covering all of those topics on the main stage with your input. And thank you so much for sharing that with us.
It was my pleasure.
Great. And we will see you and your whole team very soon at
You
Dubai
will,
World
and it
Trade
will be our
Center.
pleasure there.
All right. Thank you.